'Twas the night before Christmas, and outside the lobby, the weather was clear and not at all foggy. The line crew was staging for flights the next day when they looked in the corner and saw a red sleigh. Curious, they thought, as they couldn't recall parking a sleigh in that corner at all. When out from the shadows, a figure emerged. With no valid badge to leave, he'd be urged. No, 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 he said with a warning. My sleigh won't turn over. There'll be no gifts in the morning. I know you sell fuel and have Red Bull inside, but might you have someone who can help fix my ride? A thought emerged, and they tingled with joy. The AOG team has maintenance trucks to deploy. The line service team hustled and pulled on the sleigh. They brought it out rampside without any delay. On wrenches they turned, the AOG team. An aircraft like this they had never before seen. It was made from milk chocolate and had gumdrops for buttons. It was powered by lint from the elves' belly buttons. But skilled they were, and they finished in time. Or so they had thought, but there was a bad sign. When valet had brought round his cherry red sleigh, the jolly old man had wandered away. They looked in the lobby near the wall full of snacks. Surely he'd be here, they said, to fill up his sack. Still at a loss, they checked boardrooms 1, 2, and 3. Still no velvet-clad mystery man. Just where could he be? He'd been sleeping upstairs in a soft leather chair. It was for pilots, after all, so he didn't care. They loaded his gear, his sack full of toys, as the sleigh lifted up with a cacophonous noise. It sounded like bells. It glimmered like glitter. It even smelled like a warm apple fritter. Frozen, the team stood as they tried to survey the wondrous sight of this man in his sleigh. He belted aloud a hearty ho, 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 and on his merry way did that jolly fellow go. His later departure meant not all his toys would arrive Christmas morning to all the girls and the boys. Down Taxiway Charlie he floated away to Taxiway Kilo to the 20 right runway. He was gone with a flash on a northward flight path to San Luis Obispo, for he had a plan. This jolly old man had a trick up his sleeve. He knew of some folks with a large cabin fleet. On big global jets, they'd whisk each gift away, reaching each household to save Christmas Day. He hangared his sleigh. He would give it a rest. It was time for service and a few maintenance tests. These big private jets could take it from here. They would deliver his gifts without any reindeer. They left with a roar, each loaded to the ton. They left with every gift, one for everyone. And when they were gone, and the silence returned, a soft grin appeared, no longer concerned. The jolly old man took a seat in the lobby on this cool Christmas Eve that was not at all foggy. As his eyelids hung low and his breathing was slow, he spied a small toy on the floor with a bow. How could this be, he thought. I loaded them myself. I checked every sack drawer and every sack shelf. He paced back and forth, visibly distraught, when a front desk employee expressed a thought. We have your red sled up on jacks in the shop. I'd bet our technicians could get it done in a pop. I noticed the model, you're in luck, you see. We're a Bombardier sleigh authorized facility. We have parts for that model and even more. So in no time at all, we'll have you out the door. After making just a phone call or two, More ACI jet staff members arrived wearing blue. In parts, they readied every nut and bolt. Avionics ensured gumdrop buttons had bolts. His red velvet seat and sidewalls were stitched. Even his candy cane skids were switched. When his sleigh was ready, he gave a great sigh as he hugged each one and he waved them goodbye. As the shadows lifted and the sun began to rise, a little girl cracked open her eyes. She caught just a glimpse, a glimmer of red, as Santa Anna Claus up the chimney fled. And below the tree, where once it was bare, she saw the small toy with a ribbon laid there. Merry Christmas to all.